Hey guys, so I haven't done a video in a while, but I figured I would do one because of some changes that I made during free rune removal on Saturday, which for me runs basically through the week because I take really long to do everything. But anyway, I made some changes. For those of you that don't know, I am the guy with 3 Rans because I pulled one from Faimon and then I loved her so much and she was my favourite monster. I built another 2 when the Hall of Heroes came out, and now I don't use her. But on free rune removal, I decided to build her again, thanks to Vero for the recommendation. And so I've built her again. I've also re-runed my Lapis. I was using her primarily for Fire Rift previously. I don't really use her in Tower of Ascension, but I've gone back to the builds that people used to recommend when she first came out, which is Despair Revenge, which is obviously what people use on her sister Iris, which is horrible. So I'm using Lapis as a fake Iris right now, which is cool for Siege. So it's the last guild battle of the week, or last guild war of the week, and I thought I would show you guys what I've been up to and how they're working. So I actually looked at these ahead of time for what to do, and please excuse my appearance, but I'm the ragamuffin. Anyway, what did I write down I was going to do? Right, okay, so this one is going to be fun. A bit of a different comp. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need to find my Chloe. There we go. And where is Delphoy? Oh, she's... Okay, we'll put her there and then bring her back. And then this one... This one is relatively straightforward. Let me actually make sure I've got the right galleon in here. Right, okay, so that's the first one. And then we're gonna... Oh, right, she's there. Okay. Right, okay, so before we go, and I'll show you guys runes. So Lapis here, Despair Revenge. She's not fully skilled up, she should be, but she still does okay. She's on, there you go, attack, crit damage, HP. She's slower than I would like, and yeah, she's slower than I would like, and she could use more attack and more crit damage and more HP, but she's a siege monster primarily. I might still use her in Fire Rift. I'm not doing Fire Rift right now because I've farmed it up, so I'm good for a couple of months. Anyway, so that's Lapis there. Ran is a monster especially close to my heart. Like I said, I got her from Firemon Scroll all over 3.5 years ago now. And when the Hall of Heroes came out, it was great, and I got multiple ones. And then, in my opinion, everyone runes her wrong. They thought she was for Necro, and she's not, especially not with a one-hit first skill. In my opinion, Ran is there to... She's a single target nuker, but also there for CC. So she almost operates like a hybrid of Theo and Leo. Personally, when everyone got hype about Theo, I still don't like him. I would bring Ran into the same fights that I would bring Theo in, or other people would bring Theo in. But because of her skill 3 in reducing attack bar and potentially stunning, use her like a Leo and try and reduce the threat first off the bat. So yeah, I've runed her up here. She's Swift. Forgive me for the unmaxed rune, but Swift speed, crit damage, attack. She's nice because she scales up attack now. 200 speed, I'd like her faster, I'd like her more accurate, I'd like more crit damage. But she is fairly nice base stat. She's got above 100 speed. Her attack is not great, but not horrendous. And her HP is fairly high, and of course she's element neutral. So we're going to just bring those in and go from there. Free rune removal is horrible, and it takes me forever. What else have I re-runed? Half of my stuff is still unruned, actually. I'm waiting to re-app a Despair rune so I can change my Poseidon into a Despair crit damage build, which I'm excited about because I don't really use him, and that will come in handy when free rune removal is up in a few days. This is actually going to be a lot slower than I thought. Why did I bring Delphoy? This is going to be very slow. What? I feel like I did this wrong. Odira Jingzhe will also attack into Lapis more, so that happens. Let's try and get defense break. Okay, cool. I actually wanted it on Annabelle, but Chandra will work too. Let's go ahead and absorb. I think she actually works well like this. She's great for TOA hard, obviously because she's got AoEs on all of her skills. Well, her skill 2 is kind of an AoE. Is it Pseudo? That always confuses me. Kind of an AoE. It hits 4 enemies, but it doesn't hit all of them, and it's random. So it's not ideal, but it still works. So she's nice for that. Obviously, it's not as useful in Fire Rift because you're not stunning the boss. Let me not die, please. No. Okay, we don't want that. And that's why I said I wanted to bring another healer. Do you want a heal or immunity? Let's go for heal. Nice, okay. That's fine. Let me just stop you doing that. So yeah, that's the... Oh, no. So that's the basic idea there. She's great for Siege. She's not going to be one that you're going to take into the toughest fights or anything, but if you're looking for monsters to flesh out your rank, she's really useful. She'll be great in the 4-star sieges, especially because there is not a lot of immunity there, so AoE stuns on 3 skills is awesome. So I'm going to have fun with that. I should have used immunity and the heal, but there you go. The stuns are just nice. She's designed for that build. Cool. So the idea of Ran is that she goes first, and it's usually for attacks where there is 1 threat, maybe 2, and so you can get rid of 1 of them. What was that? Was that 4 hits for 9k each? Is that 40k? Or was it 3? 30, 40k on speed, crit damage, attack, because she scales so nicely. There you go, but you get the point. Obviously, it's a lower ranked opponent today, so the rune quality isn't great, but you still get the point. The damage is there, and the idea is that she goes, and let's say it's 1 threat, you push the threat back, or whatever it is. You're not going to take it into the first battles again because you're suspecting that they'll have will on them, but there you go. Ran is back, Lapis is fun. I'm kind of excited about that. But there you go. This one, who did I say I wanted to use? Right, okay, so I'm going to use my go-to team here, and then this one, we're going to do this, but we're going to add in someone who I really should have gotten out of storage. Tessarion was the first Ifrit that I pulled. I hope that was right. Anyway, here's the first Ifrit that I pulled, and I never really used him, but he's become more and more important with Guild and also Siege. There is actually a Tian Lang defense in this battle, which I'm going to go into. I'm not going to take Tess, I think, even though I should, but there you go. We'll see how that goes. That should be fun. Tessarion I used a lot for Tower of Ascension hard mode last rotation. I didn't have Violent Runes, so he was on Double Nemesis Will, Double Nemesis Revenge, something like that. But I think he's on Violent now. This time he is. We'll just go ahead and put this up. This team is my, if you've watched my videos before, you know this team is my go-to Theo X counter. Theo Kamoon Orion, Theo Chasoon, Theo even Perna. Yeah, but you get the point. Let's go ahead and reset. This is my go-to. Jingzhe is a Theo killer. They're usually 1 or 2 shots. Even Kamoons, between the 3 monsters, they can usually about break through a shield. It takes some time, but they can manage that. Oops. This is, I love this team. They're all synced to go nicely. Delphoid, Chasoon, Jingzhe is very safe. Obviously, you're not taking it into full fire teams or anything like that, but I love this team. Camilla will leave last. We have elemental advantage, but it's just a nightmare without the defense break and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, you can tell that the rune quality isn't the greatest on this Guild War, but you get the point. It wasn't showcase this Lapis and Ran. Hopefully Siege will be fun next week. We had a couple of very hard Siege battles this week. I think in our second one, the team in second and we were actually in last place up until an hour, 2 hours into day 2. We're in last place, and then we won by 6,000 points or so ahead of the other two. That was cool. This one, the idea, Eladriel Morris is the foundation of another team I use, usually Delphoy, but if I use Delphoy in the first team, I don't use her here, obviously. It's nice and safe. You got double heals. Morris is one of my favourite monsters to play with in the game right now, probably next to Chilling. He's just so fun. The revive is a nice extra, but depending on how his RNG goes, and it's gone to us and it's summoned as well, RNG is crazy. I've seen him consistently go 6 or 7 times in a row. I'm actually hoping to build his brother Reno, the fire one, as soon as I pull him. But oh, that's not good. He's a lot of fun to play with, and he can lock down teams single-handedly. Eladriel does Eladriel things, obviously. Actually, I should really go for Eladriel. But actually, he's got the heal block on anyway. And then Tessarion does, you know what Tessarion does. But that was... Why didn't he heal? Had he already healed? Am I being stupid? Okay. Morris and Eladriel were 2 of the ones that I hadn't de-runed from free rune removal, actually because they were working as they were. Actually, I swapped a rune off Eladriel because he had an HP rune that I needed. I think. There you go, my memory is horrendous. I've got a massive spreadsheet and a table and a priority list and everything that I have to go through, and I think on my spreadsheet I've got like name of the monster, I've color coded it for element, and then I've got what primary rune set they should be on, which offsets suit them, whether their focus is on tanky, nuke, support, bruiser, whatever, what their 3 runes should be, the 2, 4 and 6, any sub focus that I should be on there, have particularly on there, and then I order them in tiers. So like my first tier is my arena offense and primary guild war offense units, Xyrus, Alicia, Aquila, Dark Homunculus, which are all synced up to go in their specific order, all of shield, will and stuff. And then Xingxie, Chasun, Delphoy, those guys are all my tier 1s. Tier 2s, you get my Giants team, which is my focus right now, and also some PvP units. Tier 3 is PvP, like for Siege and Guild Battles, more extensive, where you need the rune quality. Obviously PvE, you don't need the intensity of rune quality, so you can get away with more offsets and stuff like that, and going for stats instead of sets. And then after that, what's tier 4? Tier 4 is usually other PvE stuff, so anything like rifts, and the extra dungeons if I run them. And then tier 5 is TOA. I have an exclusive bracket for TOA runes, all the ones which are just speed and accuracy, and then you get all nonsense subs in there, which don't really make sense. But there you go. I was going to use my top team again, and then what have I... Right, okay. So I have a really bad experience with Lushen. I'm just not very good at it. I don't know what it is, I'm just really bad at Lushen. Previously I had a fat Lushen, but I've switched up my Lushen's runes, and I've got 2 now. I summoned my first Lushen 3 years into the game, 3.5, and then I pulled a second one in a week or something stupid like that. So I don't like him, and I fail like 60% of the battles that I take Lushen into. So we're going to try it, we're going to be boring. Probably lose. I re-ruined him. He was a fat Lushen. I've only got 1 skilled up. He was a fat Lushen. Now he's on Swift Blade, so that he syncs up with my Giants team correctly. This should still work. I mean, even with the runes, it's still Tian Lang, who is super annoying. Nearly one-shots the Theo, soon heals all the way back up, but there you go. Oh, I can get rid of that Endure. Do not proc Theo, and I should be able to one-shot him. There we go. I should get rid of Soon first. Yeah, that makes sense. It's lagging. I'm gonna have to cancel. This video isn't gonna work, is it? It's gonna be unwatchable. There you go. That's worked out okay. Obviously, I think this is the first Tianlang I've ever seen who doesn't have G3 RTA wins. Because everyone who seems to have him seems to be king of RTA because that's who he is and what he does. But there you go. We'll see how this works. My Lushen is not the strongest. I think. Do you see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. He couldn't kill. Okay, so let's say I kill Annabelle now. Ritesh is probably going to do Meditate and then Trick of Wind. Or I could defense break Ritesh and then he's going to heal. Then Annabelle will cleanse anyway. So, Meditate. Oh my days! This is why I don't Lushen. This is exactly why I don't Lushen. It always seems to happen. It always seems to happen. I don't get it. I don't get why I have specifically bad luck using Lushens. And I would say it's just because, oh yeah, I made him less powerful and faster at FRR. But before that, the exact same thing happened. Are you gonna? Oh my days! Oh my, is that 3 turns in a row that he's gone twice? I mean, even if I can get rid of him. No, let me just. Even. Oh, I think. We'll actually be able to get rid of Ariel. I hope so. Do you see what this is? I'm glad I caught that on camera. I think the video is going to be too laggy. Actually, now I'm seeing the screen, it looks too laggy. So that's going to be annoying. But I think I might just upload this anyway, so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, it's actually a nightmare. But there you go. That's Guild War this week. So hopefully I'll actually do more videos soon. I'm waiting to summon. I've got a lot of stuff I really want to build right now. Hopefully the new monsters drop soon. A couple of legendaries, a few light dark, some elementals, and then 6 mysticals, and also the exclusives. So even if the new monsters don't drop soon, when this rotation comes out and we've done TOA and TOA hard, I'm going to summon in 2 weeks. Hopefully get a Sierra or Beth. Also looking for the Joker and Heart Magician skill ups for Harmonia and second Lushen and Sonnet. Even if I don't get Beth or Sierra, Kumar I don't really want, but he's good. Varad is probably the one I want most of all, next to Perna, but Chiwu would be useful. Jingzhe is one of the better monsters to have a dupe of, but I don't really want that. So if I get a Nat 5, I don't feel like being disappointed. And on that rotation I won't be. So there's that, and then there's the big summoning session hopefully after that. So that's what that will be 60 exclusive summons. 50, 3, 5, what? 50. It'll be 50 exclusive summons, and then hopefully, to be fair, even if the monsters come out, I'll wait until I have at least 100. If they come out after I have 100, I might try and save it to 150 or 200, because last time I did that, I summoned 2 Louise. I summoned Louise, Poseidon, Louise in like 5 minutes. So that was fun, not entirely disappointing. But there you go. Thank you for watching. I hope the video is not too laggy, and hopefully I'll put out some more stuff soon. See you guys later.